Hej, hej! Witam bardzo serdecznie, moi mili, z tej strony Ngelo Querro w kolejnym odcinku Disciples Liberation. Zaznaczam, być może ostatnim. Mamy skonfrontować się z Katanirą w sali tronowej. No, w sumie podczas kiedy myśmy byli zajęci jej pionkami, to tak naprawdę ona sobie tutaj wywalczyła swoją drogę. I oto jesteśmy. Czyżby czekała nas finałowa walka? Tak jest. There, at the source of the mana veins, the ancient throne of Bethresin. And upon that throne, Katanira rules supreme of the Vale.
Nephilim, you have no idea how long I've waited for this moment.
The elves thought they could call Galleon back to Nevendar. The demons want this place for their weapon in Barret Nor. The second woken want to revive Mortis. But you have no need for this place.
Of course I do.
From the glowing clouds of mana spewing up from the veins, a shadow takes shape. Then it breathes. It is more than a shadow. Even before you see his face, you recognize the form.
Nephilim.
Impossible! I killed you!
He has died and been reborn many times over the epochs, when there has been a need for him.
The Inquisition regent draws a strange dagger from its sheath and hands it to Katanira. But you've never seen the blade before, you sense your armor recoil at its presence.
The Emperor gifted you his realm on a platter, and you killed him!
The ritual demanded it. The Tower of Mizrael was the last beacon of hope for the Empire. So said the commandment. From the beacon of hope must the last Emperor fall.
Whatever you're planning, the Lows in the Castle Hale had nothing to do with it. Why abandon them?
They were a waste. We had to centralize our forces if we were to take the Nexus. And the ritual required souls. Many, many souls.
This is insane! Even if your plan worked, you'll die alone with everyone else.
You heard Pirafet. Nothing saves this world from suffering. Nothing but the High Father. It is too late for me, and it is too late for you. But with us dead, with all of us finally dead, those that live a life of peace will be liberated of the past. Is that madness? No war, no suffering, just a world bequeathed to those most deserving of it?
Tell me why you're here.
Because the ritual demands it.
Katanira brandishes a strange grimoire.
Each step being marked pure, corrupting flesh to birth the Titans, even controlling the mind of Mortis so you'd sacrifice the life of a goddess on angelic ground.
Ilian, for years we've heard how Mortis's control over her people has been waning.
Every step a part of the ritual. When it is complete, I will learn the true name of the High Father. I will speak it, and he will be commanded.
Commanded to do what?
To set holy fire to the world so that only the pure survive. There's only one thing left to do. The final step in the ritual.
You said there was a final step in this ritual.
Yes, the thing I've needed since sending you to the Church of St. Darchild over 10 years ago. It was there I'd finally found you. My Nephilim.
She brandishes the strange dagger.
This is from the vaults of Barret Nor. It is the dagger of Uru. I must draw the blood of the last Nephilim with this blade and feed it to the mana of the Nexus. Then the ritual will finally be complete.
Enough talking. Stand and fight.
Katanira obligates, dagger drawn. She looks to the Inquisition regent.
Proselyte, attack!
Co to jest? Katanira i jakieś trzy kryształy. Katanira, ruler supreme of the Vale. Wygląda w ogóle jak połączenie Karmy z Irelią z League of Legends. No, ona jest w ogóle na backline? Czy mi się wydaje?
Quickly. Face your death. Moving.
Dobra, ja rozumiem, że trzeba rozwalić te kryształy po to, żeby zdjąć tą zasłonę. Okej, czaję bazę. No ja tu na razie nie będę może atakował. Chcę się przybliżyć najpierw.
We will earn their blood.
All will serve Bethlehem. We are the Bethlehem's true servants.
Nie ukrywam, że trochę daleki mam tą odległość do pokonania.
My thoughts are your thoughts. Follow my lead.
Give your life to Galleon.
Czerwony kryształ ma ostatni... A, okej.
Face your death. You're done.
Dobra, ja sobie stanę na przykład tutaj. Dobra, teraz atakują oni. Kryształ jest zniszczony. Aha.
This suffering must end.
Bardzo wiem, co to może znaczyć teraz. Nie jest on jakieś super silne.
Of nothing, I go.
Kryształy są trochę silne, można by powiedzieć.
My body is rage. Burning in flames.
Dobra, to coś jest zabite. Pojawił się kryształ.
We are the Bethlehem's true servants.
Dziwna trochę walka, szczerze powiedziawszy. A i ona teraz, ona nie może nic zrobić, bo jest unieruchomiona. Super.
Let my mind inside you. It bleeds.
Mother Nevendar, in your name.
By Israel. Feel the iron fist.
No powiem szczerze, że ona ten damage taki zadaje trochę konkretny. To przyznać.
Face your death. Stand down.
Chciałbym te jednostki właśnie ustawić w takim rzędzie. Żeby one miały jakiekolwiek podejście do leczenia. Dobra, ten jest zniszczony, bardzo dobrze. Ten jeszcze trochę też będzie zniszczony.
Legionaries, move.
Dobra, on się samoistnie w ogóle leczy, a to po prostu to jest jego spell, który mu gdzieś tam coś daje. Tak jakby ten kryształ miał w sobie backline'a najpierw, a później swoją zdolność. Coś tego typu. No i dobra, i on to się może tak ruszyć. Nic tu nie zrobi już. Okej, ona znowu zaatakuje Aoe. Ale ludzie tak mają całkiem tego życia. Jedynie tutaj widzę, że ona tak trochę słabo stoi. Pojawił się jakiś pepik. O, jeszcze nie trafiła. Super. To też nie trafi. Aha, bo blind mam, dobra. Trzeba było użyć tego heala. Więcej tych zdolności. Bo czemu by nie?
Legionaries, move. I am his wrath.
I return to the mana flow. I will burn and be reborn, and burn and be reborn. We will not stop.
Okej. Cokolwiek to znaczy.
My body is rage.
I am the fury.
Dobra, on tego życia nie za dużo już ma.
Let's move. Die.
Mist, super.
Stand down.
Uwielbiam, jak ona misuje wszystkie ataki. Ładnie.
I am.
Ja pierniczę, z drugiej strony mapy się z...
Walk in his light. This suffering must end.
No, jeszcze nie trafiła, jak słodko. Poczekamy, aż nocy sam przyleci. O, akurat Baktal może się ruszyć.
For Veron.
Oho.
Nerengar, come again.
Okej.
Cease this! I made you! You were born to die by my hand! What? I am the one who called on your mother to destroy Nivendar centuries ago, not the High Father, me! Just as I am the one who sent your beast of a father to stop her. This ritual has been epochs in the making. You slipped from my servant Veron, from the Inquisitor Regent, like some lowly rat crawling on her belly. No more! I am Katanira, queen of the angels profane. This is our world. We are the true gods.
No nieźle.
I am your creator. Feed the blade of Uru your blood. Die for me.
Look at yourself, Katanira. Look what you've become.
This is what I've always been, you fool. I am a queen. Veron was my duke, reigning over Veron to Or. But I was queen of the angels profane. Ilion was my home. a home you stole from me, but it will be mine again.
If this ritual destroys the world in flame, it will destroy you with it.
No, Beth created this world for the High Father, but it is I who am her rightful queen. The gods and mortals have sullied her sweet body long enough. I will speak the name of the High Father. I will command him to set this place ablaze. And I will rebuild her as she was meant to be.
Enough lies, Katanira. My parents were the angel Inoel and the Lord Horus. They loved each other, and they love me.
Love is the veil we use to disguise our worst desires. The angels of the four heavens would never accept a Nephilim. Your father was dead. Your mother left with no choice but to give you up. And so you return to the bosom of this world, my world, and the hunt for your blood began.
You want my blood? Come and get it.
Okej, runda 6, czyli tutaj Katanira sobie zstąpiła, że tak powiem. Bardzo dobrze. O, nie trafiła, jak miło. Ale dobrze, bo teraz mamy typową walkę z nią, tak więc jesteśmy w stanie sobie ją już pokonać. Pytanie, czy nam się to uda, nie?
First your body, then your mind. I want this one's soul.
Okej. Nie sięgnę niestety tutaj, ale zawsze mogę to zrobić w ten sposób.
We are the Bethlesem's true servants. Burn my friends.
O, mist, jak miło.
I am his unholy wrath. I am his fury.
Miejmy nadzieję, że ona żadnego AOE zaraz nie wywali. Będzie zionął ogniem? Tak. No, tak myślałem.
Here is your glory. Death to all mortals. Earned blood.
O, masakra, w pierniczy dostała.
I am his fury. Burning my friends. May your blood be thick.
No po co ci to było, koleżanko? Dobra, poczekajmy, aż może tutaj ktoś przejdzie właśnie. Zmieścią się tam? Nie bardzo. Znaczy ona w sumie. Nie on, co ja gadam. Jedynie kto to może tutaj właśnie Corysandrę ją zamknąć. Chodzi o to, żeby mieć bonus w damage'u.
I am his wrath. Burning my friends. Here is your glory. Burning my friends.
Ale wciry dostaje. Smoga raczej nam krzywdy nie wyrządzi akurat. Tym bardziej, że on tutaj chyba ją będzie atakować. Ale nie, jednak nie. No ale ten mu odda, więc...
Rotoran is mine to win.
Oj, z kontrataków zginie. Och, Baktala. Co to za światło było? Katanira corporeal form stumbles teetering backwards into the mana flow. The dagger of Uro drops to the ground, its clanking metal rings in the cavernous den.
I cannot be stopped.
Your vision blurs, a pain shoots through your right arm to your fingertips. It's so severe, it feels like your skin might burst apart, and then it does. From your flesh, darkness emerges like a swirling black pearl. In it, you see pure night, and the night sees you. It consumes Katanira's glowing flesh, tearing her apart until she's a cloud of anguished parts swirling into the pitch.
Abby, you alright?
Regret later, act now.
You know, I finally think we've done enough acting for this lifetime and the next. Not that I'm particularly excited to start the regret part.
There's still the matter of what to do with this place. The power of the Nexus drove the world mad.
We should do something with the dagger of Uru, too. It's a little too important to leave lying around.
The Nexus is home to the power of the gods themselves. It's our burden to claim this place and guard it. In the name of Ilion.
Smart. The one who controls the Nexus controls the world. And the dagger?
The dagger was hidden in Barrett Nor before Katanira found it. I'd say it's ours now.
Thieving? A woman after my own heart.
Glad you approve. It so happens I'm getting the hang of making world-altering decisions. Sometimes.
Actually, one more thing. Katanira was following the ritual written in a grimoire. This grimoire.
Orion hands you a small tome, proudly cocking an eyebrow. He is a thief until the very last.
After everything we've been through, every hardship suffered, you haven't changed one bit. Well done, old friend. Very well done.
My stubborn refusal to grow is my best quality. And you? How has Aviana the Liberator changed?
Ilion isn't just a city. It's our home. And we're more than just friends. We're family. Nevendar is going to need us, all of us, to lead it into a new era. And we will. Together.
So began the Epoch of Heathens. From far and wide, the denizens of Nevendar flocked to Ilion, seeking refuge. The war had not been kind. Mercifully, the new epoch began with a tenuous peace. The races of the world would convene under one banner. Yours. Free of the chains of its past, Nevendar would become the world you'd promised to make it. One of freedom. One of heart. One of liberation. Though you and Coruscant both went on to serve your people, you and Ilion and her in the Empire, she preferred the time she spent with you. After everything you'd been through, you happily felt the same. You spent your later days as scholars reading the poems of long-dead thinkers to one another. Through you, an age of enlightenment was soon to begin. It would be guided by your mutual love for learning, and above all, your love for one another.
No proszę, nasza sala tronowa. I nasza kadra. W końcu doczekaliśmy się końca gry, ostatniego odcinka prawdopodobnie. Wiecie, jeszcze tutaj, no, coś się dzieje na tym ekranie.
Years pass. Nevendar is slow to change, but you are patient. And through that patience you would come to see a new world born. From the southern wastes to the tips of the northern ranges, there was not a realm unaffected by your rule. Guarding the Nexus proved a daunting task, though a necessary one. Its power remained in your hands, and with it, you controlled the world. Any who opposed you would soon learn that Ilion was both a home and a monolith casting its shadow across the land. With the elves fought back from the lows and the second Woken pushed from the Castle Hale, the bastions of the old empire rose again. Together, you and Orion traveled to the lows often, every occasion fountaining into a celebration of drink, dancing, and laughter. Though you preferred to be called Avi, the people of this new empire insisted on calling you Empress. Reintegration of the Vale's many troops took years, and it was not without pain. But as the last of the Titans died, so too did the nightmare they wrought. In Greyleaf you saw to the dismantling of the throne of Corsal and the Hall of Souls. Without these beacons of death, and tended to by druids, the forests of the lost bloomed again. Supplanting the Council of Six as leader of the Second Woken was a difficult choice, but one you would honor. Ghouls from Greyleaf to Queen's Nest flocked to you, and you were happy to meet them. As for the Legion, they came to accept your rule over the path of flesh and flame. They marched to Ilion seeking a permanent alliance. You were happy to accept. It would only be a matter of time before you set sail aboard the Helzadin with your demon kin, the weapon of Barrett-Nor loaded, ready to kill their lord Bethrazan. Though, not everything in the Unholy Realms was so grim. The Festival of the Molten Moons raged on in Hurek, an eternal celebration held in your honor. Elsewhere, the Elven clans ceased their raids and took their place as allies of Ilion, governing the Whitelands and Wotan's grave from their true home in Atelian. So honored were you among their people, even the blood trees bowed to you in respect. So went the races of the world. But in the end, it was the intimate moments that mattered most. Coruscant visited Port Grimard often, and you were happy to make the pilgrimage. She never assumed the name Beth, but she honored her family's memory in her own way. Belendrak grew old, as did his cubs. Soon they had cubs of their own. It was not the caretaker's life he'd hoped for, but it was life just the same. There were many ways to avoid death on Nevendar, but none so reliable as having a friendship with Edgemar the Crow. There were many times he'd find himself in a position to save you from the brink. And he did. Though her mortality always haunted her, Elmiran felt safe with you, as did her falcons. They made a strange family, but what family isn't strange, really? Or Mariel's life would always be full, and the people who needed her always demanded more. But Ilion was her home, and she longed to return every time she was away. Though most in Ilion rightly feared Charlea, you grew to see her in a different light over the years. Unless, that is, you walked in on her during a feed. Years would pass with Sebastian, the rightful king of the Hale, as your dear friend and mentor. When he finally breathed his last breath, it was a peaceful one, with you by his side. Though Begthal continued to fight proudly in your honor, the ghosts of his past haunted him. He would rise at night, screaming her name. Sometimes you could swear you'd hear her answer. It would be a long reign over Ilion, and eventually, Nevendar. There would be more loss and more loves along the way, but your life would be full. The people of Ilion would be safe, and until the epoch's end, Nevendar would be liberated.
My child of sky. Aviana, can you hear me?
Inoel. Mother. Yes, I hear you, but I don't know where you are.
Time is short, and we must go unseen. Pirafet the Fate Hand has made a mistake. We are using our might across the four heavens to reset time. We have to send you back.
Send me back where?
To the beginning. To change the choices that undid the liberation of the world. You must let Katanira draw your blood from the dagger. Katanira was meant to speak the name. She must speak the name.
The world is liberated from Katanira. She was going to invoke the name of the High Father.
No, not the High Father. A creature far, far older. The true battle for liberation must begin again.
Ciekawie. A więc kolejna część Disciples, cofnięcie czasu. Nie będziemy się tu męczyć na akurat napisach końcowych. Liberation mode is now unlocked. You can start a new game and try rallying all factions under your banner. New dialogue choices will be available to help you accomplish this task. Make sure to select the choices to see the new story truly unfold. In addition, you are no longer limited to only 2 companions that can accompany you on the battlefield. You may bring all available companions with you to battle. O proszę. Takim oto sposobem kończymy sobie Disciples Liberation. Został tutaj akurat tryb Liberation, który ukaże podobno to, jak naprawdę powinno się to potoczyć. Niemniej jednak ja nie chcę nie chcę poświęcać kolejnych 55 godzin na przejście tej gry raz jeszcze. W każdym bądź razie teraz skupię się na nagrywaniu Ruined King, a League of Legends Story, które obiecałem kontynuować, tylko nie wiedziałem, że to Disciples tak mi się przedłuży. Oczywiście również tutaj wlecą jakieś transmisje archiwalne w stylu odcinków z Albion Online. Również za niedługo mamy premierę Archeolos, czyli mod do Gothica 2, który też na pewno przejdę i nagram. A w międzyczasie 30 listopada, ostatni dzień miesiąca, premiera Prop Night, czyli alternatywa dla Dead by Daylight. Dziękuję Wam bardzo wszystkim za uwagę. Do zobaczyska.